Watch for those hands tonight. They are as fast as they come. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Bolton, England, here is the Olympic silver medalist, one of Britain's youngest ever professional world champion, a unified 100...
Well, I hope you brought... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Only catching air with that hook. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. What an awkward ending we had the first time Crawford met Khan, as an accidental shot to the groin caused Khan to retire. Hopefully no controversy here tonight.
The last time I felt a little short-changed. It finished a little too early. I hope this one goes a bit further than expected. Oh, it's all bunched in the first 6 rounds.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Nice counter punch right up the middle. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns when you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
The perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
I'm going to explain to you. You're outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fight that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fight on fight.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Just missed with that hook. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Insane action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, there was... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. Nope, that's a good score. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done. Come on, you've got something nice. You've done all your work.
On to the fourth we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Trying to land that jab. So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round and they're struggling a little bit.
It's that ever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Right hook won't score. Just missed with that hook. That uppercut just missed. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important... There's the bell to start round 5. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. The straight right just misses. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judges going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That jab misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
That power might be the poor guy. That power might be the equalizer.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Someone's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. There's the bell for round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Missing with that jab. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. No rest for the weary. Crawford is dazed. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. I promise you. Here comes round 7. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. And we enter the 8th round. They exchange punches. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocketing.
Beautiful counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Big whiff with the right hook. A perfect counter lands. Jab does not score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. A pretty lopsided decision there. A unanimous one.
They've done it before. Now they're doing it again. And look what's happened. They're unanimous.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and it's he is the grand. You can tell. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. That hook had to hurt. A big whiff with the right hook. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Tom. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Nice idea, and that hook lands. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which fighter will say no mas? Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go. It's round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
useless to avoid the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Hard reach as well as speed. Reach as well as power. What more can a fighter ask for?
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. Oh, and the grand champion might go down. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, and then get back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, it's no secret who had... There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while, sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. It's all offense all the time. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. Time for the 5th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
land that jab. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Right hook just missed. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter.
There's the bell for round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Missed him with that uppercut. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the ring. I've got to box him. I've got to straighten him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. There's a counter shot. They're both going for the cape. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go. It's round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Dios mío! Is Julio Cesar Chavez going to go down? Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Julio Cesar Chavez just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. It never happened.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. put Amir Khan down. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Let's see how the game... There's the bell to start round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Nice defense on that hook. Both men step back for just a moment. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. That big hook doesn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expect.